to Bryant and Morehead State to Cooper. Right sideline Henson. Catch and shoot three. Got it. He's knocked down and fouled. A possible 4-point play for Jaiman. The foul. Curling around him, Walker. Right of the lane. Walker to the block to the goal. Feeds it up off the glass. It'll roll and go. Up against the man-to-man. High right. Jordan Walker out for it on Murphy. He'll put it to the deck. Can't get in there. Wide left Cooper. Open from three-point land. Yes, sir.
That's definitely.
Bounce, left block extended, Baker. Baker, double team, turns inside, goes to Claude. Baseline right, lost it, got it back, baseline left, and lays it home. Throw line. Bounce left of the lane, Claude, turn to the right, double team to the cutting Baker, baseline left, feeds it off the glass and through. Right, Thomas takes it toward the left elbow, cross court, Henson. Underneath, there's Claude for the dunk. Back to Cooper, wide left. Cooper penetrates free throw line. Far side Baker, head fake, drive, baseline left, puts it up off the glass, front of the rim and good. Cooper turns right up the Claude screen. Entry pass on the bounce, Baker turns and he'll score it. Cooper moving right, top of the key, 13 to shoot. Baseline left, cutting to the hole, Claude scores it off the glass.
Good job. At the conference center, I'm going to try to make it.
Cooper from the left side from Thomas for three, swish, and Morehead State gets points coming out of the break. Drives through traffic, here he comes with the hole, blocked by Riddle. Malik has it off the hardwood left sideline midcourt, Thomas. High right, Cooper. Near corner, Henson for three, yeah! And who they replaced him with. Claude, now here's a steal by Henson. Morehead State 2-on-2, Henson on the drive to the lane with a right hand scoop and score off the rim. Right, Thomas with the basketball on Hopkins, 7 to shoot. Juice on the drive to the hole, in traffic with a left-hander, off the back of the rim, front of the rim and in. 55 to go, Cooper left wing, right to left, Thomas out top for it. Around the right, Walker. He'll jump into a three. Yes, sir, for Jordan. 13 points for Murphy. MSU offensive end, Thomas free throw line. Right side, Walker for another three. It'll rattle and go. Comes to the right of the lane. Along the arc and out to Riddle. Inside Claude. He'll lay it up. Nope, he's going to stuff it. Out, high left, Benkert for three. Off the iron, off the glass, no. Riddle a rebound, Morehead State. He'll push it the other way. Malik Riddle to the block, to the baseline, to the goal. Flips it up and in. Right sideline offensive end Cooper. Cooper at the wing. Angles into the block. Triple team. Got it baseline left for the jam. It's Tyjon Claude.
Because he was wide open and actually took a dribble and got a little further away, but still able to knock it down.
And Hopkins will dribble out the rest of the clock as he comes across the timeline. And this ball game's over in Belmont as its 7th straight win as they knock off Morehead State.
Morehead State men's basketball falls to Belmont here at Johnson Arena, 80-67. Coach Preston Spradlin joins us here post-game. Coach, your initial thoughts from the loss. You guys shot the ball pretty well tonight, and one of your better performances in the last bit. But Belmont, they seem to have an answer every time you guys cut into the lead.
Yeah, we offensively shot the ball probably well enough to win, and that we haven't lately to do that. And so that was encouraging that we were able to do that. We were able to get some nice shots, and we were able to knock those in. But we didn't defend well enough. We didn't defend well enough to win this game. And when we forced 10 turnovers in the first half, only 2 in the second. And then our execution, we had 17 turnovers. And so we lead the league in fewest turnovers per game. So our ball security has been really good. But, coming out tonight, Belmont, they went small with Nick Mazinski going down with the injury. And we were really chasing them. We were chasing them all over the floor, and we just didn't do a very good job in our communication and finishing the possessions. We had a couple 50-50 balls and offensive rebounds that we let them get when they were playing small, and the advantage was to us, and we just weren't able to capitalize on those. But I thought we did some nice things. It's good to see us score the ball. That certainly makes you feel good, but I was hopeful that we'd get more juice defensively by seeing the ball go in, because it's kind of been what our excuse is that we're not scoring the ball, we're not shooting it, and so that's been the difference in the game. Well, tonight we did do that. Didn't play with enough juice and not enough sense of urgency defensively to win this game.
You mentioned Muzinski going down with the injury. When they kind of went to that smaller lineup, did that kind of change your guys' have to change your game plan mid-game?
Well, a little bit. I mean, what we wanted to do is we were going to continue to pound the ball in, a tie, but you have to win that matchup. You can't be giving up more points on that end of the floor than you're scoring, and so it presented a little bit of a tough matchup where they really spread the floor and they made us get out. And again, I just didn't feel like our communication was good enough to negate their skill set that they had on the floor and allow us to exploit them with our size on the other end of the floor.
two pretty good productive performances tonight. It was good to see Jordan Walker. He got going there in that second half, wound up with 10 points, I believe. Hit 2 back-to-back threes, though. That was good to see for Jordan, who has kind of been a little bit of a slump lately. And also, I thought James Baker played well down the stretch tonight. Two guys that we're going to need as we close out the season.
For sure, you're right. It was good to see those guys get into a little bit more of a rhythm and be more aggressive offensively. And Jordan's a terrific shooter. We've always known that. So the fact that he comes out and goes 2 for 4 tonight, that hopefully will give us some momentum, and it gives his team a lift as well because those guys really feed off of him. I thought our freshmen did a nice job. I mean, Talon, 6 assists. And 0 turnovers and probably a career high 34 minutes, and he shot the ball well tonight. Did some nice things, and then Ty, decently efficient night for him. Ty's a better defender than what we were able to get him to do tonight. So that's going to offer up some good learning opportunities for him to be able to get back to doing that, so that we can keep him on the floor and we can get him inside and get him some touches.
Coach, before we go, I want to quickly mention the great crowd we had tonight. A lot of student athletes in the building tonight as we honored OVC honor roll members and some of the success our student athletes have had in the classroom. What it mean to your team to have all those student athletes and the community out supporting?
Well, it means a lot. I mean, our student athletes are a big family here, and Jamie, our athletic director, is doing a fantastic job of making sure that we're cultivating that culture of coming out and supporting each other at all athletics events. And then, obviously, we're going to put a premium on honoring those students that take care of business academically, and because that's what we're about here. So it's nice that we were able to do that here at our basketball game. And so, I want to give a shout-out to our community. They were also here in attendance here tonight, and we had a nice crowd. And so our guys really feed off of that. And so one more chance to do that for this season. We have Senior Day coming up on Saturday, and it's for the men's and women's teams. And I know Greg's got some seniors. Obviously, we have Jordan, and we have Jaiman, and I know those guys. They've been with me all 4 years here. They're the cornerstone of our program. I'm so proud of those guys. They've been responsible for bringing everybody here. So I really hope that our community, our fans, will come out for one last home game this season and send those guys out on the right note, because we're going to feed off of the energy that this crowd's going to give us if we're going to be able to get the win on Saturday.
Coach, appreciate you joining us here post-game, and we look forward to having Community Morehead here to support Morehead State men's and women's basketball teams on Saturdays. Both honor a great class of seniors. The women will tip at 1 p.m., men will tip at 3. Thanks, Coach.